and welcome to this online arbitrage deals video. I hope you're doing well, and today I'm going to clarify something that is a little bit of a grey area, so to speak, in the Amazon arbitrage world. And what I'm talking about is the question of when. So what I mean by that is, when do I start selling on Amazon? When do I use softwares? If you get one software, when do I get the next software? When do I use prep centers? When do I get a virtual assistant? We all know by now the hows, the whys, and so forth. But when do we implement these things into our business? At what point does it come whereby we need to, do these things? We need to get these softwares. We need to get a prep center. We need to get a virtual assistant, or whatever it is. When do we do it? So what I'm going to do is, first off, say no one can actually give you a definitive answer, because there just isn't one. It's not how it works. Every single person's Amazon journey is completely different, and everyone's going to be at different levels, even at the same kind of point. Everyone's going to do things differently, have different priorities, different things that they envision for their business. And that's just the way it is, because we're all different. And the great thing with Amazon is that you get a lot of say in how you conduct your business. So, I use this example all the time, but you can do online arbitrage and retail arbitrage at the same time. You can do both FBA and FBM. You just have this nice flexibility with Amazon to choose how you want to go about your reselling. So something that I have seen more so recently is the question of, when do I go ahead with, start selling on Amazon, getting this software, using a prep center. When do I get a virtual assistant? When can I switch from part-time to full-time? There's a massive question of when. And I want to tell you not to worry so much about the when at all, okay? Because if I was to give you an overall answer, it's going to be as soon as comfortably possible. The reason why I put it that way is because there's a number of things to consider before you choose when you do these things that I mentioned. So first of all, it has to make financial sense. Are you making enough to invest in whatever it is you're looking to add into your business in order to help scale it further? When do you feel like it's needed? When do you feel like you'd be comfortable to have that in your business? You're ready to make that step. Those are two of the most important things to ask yourself before you go ahead and do it. And if you run a business with a business partner, or you have a group or something like that, then it might be a good idea to discuss with them as well and see how they feel before you go ahead and do whatever it is, just to get their opinions, because it could be the thing that you're planning to do. There could be a certain software that you're thinking would be good to get, but once you've discussed with the team, maybe for now you put that on hold for a little while and then go for something else before you do that, because weigh in on everyone else's priorities, see what they're saying. And that communication is important if you have a business partner, if you work as part of a team. Anyway, let's work through a couple of the when questions that I've had. So when do I get started with Amazon? And the answer is as soon as possible. There isn't an ideal time, like a perfect time to get started with Amazon, because any time is a perfect time. Any time is an ideal time. If you had to push me for a specific answer, and I mean really push, because as I say, there is no set time. You can get started with it whenever you like. That's all there is to it. But if you were to push me for an answer, I would say get started with Amazon before Q4. Q4, so that period from October through to December, is one of the most important parts of the business year, because you can make the most money in that portion of the year, because obviously you've got things like Halloween, Christmas, and things like that. And so these are massive events where a lot of money is moving around, and people are shopping for all manner of gifts and so forth. So it just makes sense. Q4 is the point in the year when you're likely to make the most money. So I'd advise getting involved with it prior to that, so that way you can get inventory, you can do your learning ready for Q4, so that way you can get in on that and you can reap the rewards and enjoy the successes that Q4 brings. So if you had to push me for an answer, I'd say before Q4, so that way you can get involved with that as well. But anytime's a good time, literally any time. Okay, so when do I go about getting certain softwares to help me in my business? And again, for each one of these questions, it's a matter of when it's financially viable for you and when you feel comfortable to do so, when you feel that you do need that in your business. And everything that I'm going to talk about does bring something truly special to the table that helps you out massively. So I would say it's going to be quite tricky to continue with your Amazon journey if you don't have a data analysis tool by your side. Like, you need these bread and butter tools to help you really, kickstart your business and to effectively scale from that point onwards. And one of the solid foundation elements of an Amazon business, especially now, is a deal analysis tool. So something like BuyBot Pro, for example, which will basically tell you everything you need to know about any product that you assess. It's really important that you have something like that, because not only do you need to know how well the product is going to work out in a profit ROI sense, you need to understand its history, the BSR, the buy box possession rates, every fee that's involved with selling that particular product, the competition, and so much more. And this is something that BuyBot Pro brings to the table. It tells you everything you need to know about a product and then some, so you can make a definitive decision about whether or not you're going to go ahead with that product. So can you sell it, or should you not sell it? And it's important to know either way, because if you buy something that isn't going to work out for you, then you'll be making a loss, or you'll be selling for your break even. Or if you're selling something and you're not aware that there's IP issues, you can get into trouble through that. So it really is a lifesaver, and it is an absolute essential in any Amazon business. So a deal analysis tool, I would say get that as soon as possible. And from there, focus on growing your Amazon business, reinvest into it, build up your stock capital, move around that routine for a while, get used to everything. And then from there, you've got a good solid foundation to then grow. After that, how you do everything else kind of comes down to like your priorities, your goals, how it is exactly you want to scale, what kind of tasks you want to delegate to softwares or other people. And so here's some of the other things that you may want to consider. So a repricer is something I would say not to leave till last, because repricing is such an important task. When selling on Amazon, it's literally how you're going to make your sales, and it will also kind of determine how much money you make as well. So don't leave a repricer till last. People feel that they need to have loads of items to, use an automated repricer, but that's not true, because even if you only have a dozen items, and you imagine how competitive Amazon is and how fast things change, and you're working through your dozen items to change the prices of all of them to remain competitive, by the time you work your way down to the bottom of the list with how fast things change, it could be that things need to change with the first product again, and over and over and over and over. And when can you truly clock off of work if you're constantly thinking about, I need to change these prices, I need to watch this, and this, and be ready for it and manually change it? It's just going to be a lot, and it's going to be a lot of weight on your shoulders, and then you can start to feel suffocated by your work because you'll always have that ticking away in the back of your head. So take the weight off of your shoulders, give that task to an automated repricer like Profit Protector Pro. Also, with manually repricing yourself, you are subject to price tanking, which is a massive problem, and it sucks when it happens to you. So you could assess a product will make a really good profit, and then if a price tanker comes onto a listing with a really low price, they topple that price. Everyone's then undercutting one another to match that low price to try and secure the buy box and make sales, but you either make a loss, you sell for your break even, or it just crushes the profit potential and you don't make very much at all. And all that work you do with your finding of the products, your analysis and so forth, it kind of all goes down the drain a bit, and we don't want that. That's not what we got into Amazon to do. So automate repricing, use Profit Protector Pro to not only help you secure the buy box more often, but thanks to the upwards repricing functionalities due to AI-driven repricing strategies, you don't have to worry about price tanking anymore, because it will move the price up. So even if someone comes on with a low price, it will take that buy box from them and then bump that price up, so you make more money. And it does end up paying for itself through how much extra money that it generates. So it's an absolute no-brainer. So that's why I say don't leave a road price until last. Honestly, it takes such a massive weight off of your shoulders, and the fact that it actually does make you more money is just a massive bonus. So you can scale and use that to reinvest in your business. Now, I would also say it's important not to leave inventory management, software, profit analytics till too late either, because you need to know how much money you're actually making in your business. So I'd recommend Skewerify. That is such a fantastic software for keeping a track of basically everything. It's a nicer version of an Amazon dashboard. It will tell you straight up how much money you're making, let you know about how many products you've sold. It will show you how that's fluctuated so you can see if you're doing better in a certain month. It will tell you about your top products, the products that aren't performing so well. You add in your cost of goods, it will monitor those. It will let you know about sales, refunds, monitor the journey of your products. So from the point when you order them through to the point when they're received at Amazon. And what's really cool about it as well is the fact that if anything goes missing or gets damaged, so any stock on its way to Amazon, or maybe Amazon do something themselves where the stock goes missing or gets damaged, it will make you aware of that. And then you can seek a reimbursement through that software and get your money back. It just makes sense. Don't let that money or those products go down the drain. And then in terms of like keeping a track of everything, you can download profit and loss reports within seconds through Skewerify. So basically reduces the need for having spreadsheets here, there and everywhere and doing a lot of manual data entry. There's going to be enough admin with Amazon as it is. So take a load of it and give it to a software like Skewerify and it handles a lot of it for you. It just makes it so much easier. Now, a prep center, that's another massive thing that every Amazon seller will consider at some point. I would say to get in with a prep center as soon as comfortably possible. Again, there's no way to tell you, yes, I don't know, like after X amount of time, get a prep center, because it's going to differ for everyone. It's just when you feel that it's financially viable for you and it just makes sense. I would say get a prep center when you've basically had enough of prep. If you are sick to death of prep and how much time that takes up and waiting in for deliveries all day long, then get a prep center, because you can have your products delivered straight to a prep center. So you technically wouldn't have to handle them. You can have them delivered straight to a prep center. They do all of the prep stuff for you. And I'm going to recommend one. It's called Skewific. It's got a really fast turnaround time, fantastic team, quick support. It's very good pricing, particularly right now at the time of recording this. There's a special offer on. I don't know when that's going to end, but at the time of recording this, 13th of June 2024, there is an offer on. So get in with Skewific.com right now, so that way you can take advantage of that. But ultimately, even if you're watching this and it's past the time of the offer, like, it is a really great prep center and it's got great pricing, nonetheless, even without an offer. So get in with that. They will do everything for you, receiving, inspecting, all of the prep stuff. There's no weird extra charges for any prep materials used like you might get with other prep centers, because with prep centers like that, it will literally come to the end of the month and they'll go, oh, hey, by the way, you owe us X amount extra because we used, I don't know, bubble wrap for this item and so forth. You just don't want that. You know how much exactly you're paying for everything, and the price per unit literally covers everything prep. So you don't have to worry about prep anymore, and you can devote that time to money making, wall-turning tasks in your business, like sourcing, setting things up through pricing and so forth. So it gives you a lot more time back. It gives you your space back as well, because let's be honest, do you want a load of boxes knocking around everywhere? Do you want to wait in for those deliveries? You know, do you want to have a workbench taking up a whole side of one room with loads of prep materials? Probably not. So it's definitely worth investigating a prep center and investing in that as soon as comfortably possible. So yeah, definitely get in with a prep center if you are just sick of prep. There's things like sourcing software, so things like sellability. There's deal sheet services like online arbitrage deals. There's virtual assistants that can help you with sourcing or any other tasks that you want to give them. And really, which one you choose, I mean, you could go for all of them if you wanted to. Or if you just to choose one, it's kind of down to your preference, really. So with sourcing software like sellability, it enhances your sourcing process. So instead of working your way through website by website, hunting around, trying to fish around for a deal that's going to work out for you, use sellability. You select the retailer website that you want to source from. So it could be B&M, for example, that will scrape through the website, process it all really quickly, and give you a list of all of the profitable deals from that retailer. Then just use your own criteria. You can apply that, and then it will basically help you navigate and find to a T what it is that you're looking for your business. So that enhances your sourcing process. Deal sheet software like online arbitrage deals. We've got a team of virtual assistants that work and putting a lot of work to finding so many great deals that are out there. They add them to a deal pool that gets distributed randomly amongst everyone that's signed up. So you get a unique deal flow, and you just basically cherry pick the items that work best for you and your business. So a bunch of work is done for you. And even with the leads that you get, like, they'll point you in the right direction of other great deals as well. You can use those to find other great things that are going to work out for you. That also makes sourcing easier. Virtual assistants, things like that. If you want to delegate tasks to a virtual assistant, if you want them to do some sourcing for you, if you want them to do some admin, again, it's, do you want to employ someone? Do you want someone where you can specify what exactly it is that you want them to do, like what kind of products you want them to find, and give that task over to them? It's up to you, really. Again, it all boils down to when it's financially viable for you and when you feel comfortable to do so, when you feel like, I need to focus on this to scale my business. So the reality is, if I could give this task to this software or this person, I will have the space and the freedom to do that, to scale my business this way. So hopefully what you've gotten from this video is the when shouldn't be anything that, sits in an awkward position in your chest and makes you worry and think, oh no, I've not moved on to get this within 4 months of having my Amazon business, so I must not be doing so well. Like, honestly, don't worry. Everyone will acquire these things at different points, but hopefully how I put it to you now in this video has helped you to create your own priority list of what it is that you want in your business, and when you're going to go ahead and get them. If I was to advise anything, I would say definitely get a deal analysis tool first, as soon as you can, because it's really going to pave the way for your Amazon business success. You need to be able to analyze these deals and see what it is that they're doing, how exactly they're going to benefit you. And doing that without a deal analysis tool is very tough. I've tried it myself. Anyone that has not used a deal analysis tool, or were using all of the basic methods prior to the rise of deal analysis tools, will tell you how difficult it is. So if I was to advise you on where to put things in order of priority and you're not sure about the rest, I'd definitely say put a deal analysis tool up there as one of the top ones. And then the rest will fall into place just with time and with you investing in your business and working hard. As I say, the more hard work you put in at the beginning, the easier it's going to be as you go along. You find your golden items. They are the gift that keeps on giving, and you will find plenty of Amazon success. So don't worry so much about the matter of when. Hopefully this video has given you some reassurance with that as well. And as I say, helped you with your own sort of like list and things that you may want to think about, that you could potentially go for in the future for your Amazon business. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you soon.